your student speakers. And this first speaker graduated from high school in 1980, met the love of her life, got married, and started a family. She reared her children. She lives in Cornwall, Vermont, with her husband, and they have 2 grown daughters. She graduated from Community College of Vermont with an associate's degree in network administration in 2008, and was also their class speaker. Now she works very happily for the Goodrich Corporation. I give you Peg Powers.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of you in this great achievement. If you are like me, you did not do it alone. You had a support group helping beside you. I would like to take this time to thank those people who have stood on the sidelines cheering us on. Your support, love, understanding, and guidance did not go unnoticed. We are blessed to have you in our lives. Thank you. Recently, I have had the greatest of all opportunities. This past spring, I came face to face with my own mortality. I was diagnosed with cancer, and as you can probably imagine, this news sent me into a tailspin. I do not tell you this for sympathy. I am merely trying to set the stage for a story, one whose message hit home with me on that day in February when I heard the news. You see, I had been going through life always thinking that whatever I did not get done today, I could always do tomorrow. But that is not always the case. We are not guaranteed that we will have a tomorrow or even a next minute. After the news of cancer, I started to reflect back on my own life and how it measured up to what I felt was a full life. I am happy to say that it passed that test, and what I have discovered is that when you start to plant seeds around you, you never know what those seeds will bring. 6 years ago, I made the decision to finally get a college degree. My husband and my circumstances had changed to a point that required action, and I took it. Through no fault of his own, my husband lost his good-paying job. We were left without health benefits and only my meager income to sustain us until he found another job. And as you know, the job market has not been all that great, and he had some things stacked against him. His marketable skill was narrow, and he had reached midlife. With this information, I set out to go to college, and my goal was to put myself in a better position to get a well-paying job that included health benefits. And little did I know at the time how important that decision and the action that I took to achieve it would become. I loved the world of academia. I soaked the knowledge like a sponge and loved going to class. I devoured my chosen course of study. I was ecstatic to learn how to subnet a LAN or get the computer to say hello world with the programming language of C++, or design and create a database with SQL, or create my own website. But the aspect of all of my college education that I enjoyed the most was the social side of it all. You know, seeing your classmates and learning as much from them as you do from the textbooks. Good communication, I found, was the most important lesson I learned. It was there throughout my educational experience, both here and at CCV. I learned how to reach out to my fellow classmates to help them with a problem. I learned to listen to them. I learned not to judge so quickly. I found that when I was patient with them, I was more patient with myself. I knew that if they could ask for help, then I could too, and it did not mean that I was weak. My classmates modeled to me that the world is not perfect, and neither are we. We all have a story to tell that is just as important as everyone else's. There was a lot of give and take in those lessons. My study abroad trip to England taught me how we are all connected, not only to one another, but also to the past and the future. As I stood on the English hillside, the land of my ancestors, I saw what they left behind, the remains of their lives, their dwellings, pottery, armament. It was there, scattered around, helping to depict how they lived. I am sure that they did not set out to build dwellings that would withstand the test of time. Viewing this made me want to go home and build something big. This thought stayed with me and started to become a passion. But what could I do? I was just one little person, and I am not in a position to build monuments or anything like that. It hit me. I can have an impact on people's lives with my willingness to help, support them, and help them to succeed. I do not have to be the builder of monuments, but I can help the person that becomes the builder. How? It goes back to the beginning of my story. 6 years ago, I planted a seed. I never knew how important the fruit of that seed would become until I was diagnosed this spring with cancer. You see, I realized the goal of finding a job that includes health benefits, and because of this, I did not have to worry about the financial side of my diagnosis. The seed also blossomed into a support network for me, which I was not afraid of tapping into when I found out I was sick. I was able to reach out and ask for help in all areas of my life, my family, my friends, my college, and work. I received this love and support. If I had never planted that seed, my life would be totally different right now. And so it is when I reach out to help others. With each action, I am planting a seed that will grow into something that is so much more than it is right now. More importantly, that seed will mature and drop seeds of its own. Soon, I will have a network of seeds that grow into the future to impact other people far more than just what I can do on my own. We are all connected. So now we meet at the end of this educational journey. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? How will you treat other people? What seeds will you plant? What rewards will you reap? We all have opportunities ahead, and yes, there will be challenges too. The decisions and the actions that you make now will have an impact on your future. You will not know the magnitude until you need to be there, waiting, growing, and spreading. You will not realize it until it is over and you take the time to reflect on the events of your life. I know it is possible because I did it. The action that I took 6 years ago has presented me with many different doors of opportunity. Thank you.